Today on Motorz, Chris completes the 2000 Ford Ranger project truck, goes for a joyride with Vaughn Gittin Jr. at SEMA, and Alan sees a demon for the first time in New York. So, buckle up and hold on tight, because Motorz starts now!
Hey, welcome to the final 2000 Ford Ranger episode. Now, in the past two episodes, my focus was on the exterior of the truck. That included new wheels and tires, bumpers, a winch, new grille and lights, a new exhaust, fender flares, a bed liner, a lot of cleaning, and some paint. Now, in this final episode, I open up the doors and work on the interior and fix it up with some very simple aftermarket products. But as with the exterior, I gotta start with some cleaning, specifically those nasty doors. For those grimy doors, I used Motorz Polish's VLR, which stands for vinyl, leather, and rubber. And what you're about to see is how powerful this stuff really is. The before and after differences are so incredible, you'll think that I replaced the entire door panel with a brand new one from Ford. It's easy to use, just work it in a bit and wipe it off. All I used was VLR, a terry cloth towel, and a little bit of elbow grease. It does most of the magic all on its own. In those harder to reach and scrub areas, just grab a detail brush, or even an old toothbrush will do just fine, and go to town. Now check this out, can you believe this? It looks brand new. VLR is not just a cleaner, but it's also a protectant. So you could stop here, but I wanted to bring out the big guns, so I grabbed my bottle of Motorz Polish's Protectant, whose sole purpose in life is to protect. Just spray it on, let it penetrate a bit, and wipe it clean. With how bad these doors were, I was seriously blown away by the results. It was clear to me that nobody had ever even bothered to clean the doors, and thankfully they didn't damage them other than get them dirty, because they look factory new again after 17 years. For VLR, Protectant, and to check out their massive line of car care products, just visit Motorz.com. The seats and the center console were in horrible condition. The cloth material needed to be replaced. Now, cleaning them would only help so much. A quick solution are SeatSavers from Covercraft. The Carhartt material of these will stand the test of time, cover up those eyesores, and if they ever get dirty, well, they're easy to clean. The installation couldn't be any easier. Just slip the seat back cover over, then the seat bottom, and secure them both down using the supplied straps. Carhartt SeatSavers come in 4 different colors. Carhartt Gravel, as shown here on our Ranger, traditional Carhartt Brown, as well as 2 different camo print patterns called Realtree Extra Green and Realtree Extra. They hold up to pretty much anything and are backed by a 2-year warranty. Now, changing my focus to the Ranger's dash, well, there's nothing too horrible going on, but it is starting to crack and it's only going to keep getting worse. The solution is the Dashmat from Covercraft. Start by cutting the supplied adhesive strips into 1 to 2 inch strips. Clean a dash with some rubbing alcohol and attach the strips to your dash, then secure it on down. It's that simple. The Dashmat from Covercraft is available in different colors and styles and is custom fit to your vehicle's dash. It not only protects your dash from harmful UV rays, but it reduces glare from the windshield, which can be hazardous to driving, and keeps your ride cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. They even make a rear deck cover for sedans. Further protecting our Ranger's interior from harmful UV rays, check out Covercraft's UVS 100 Custom Sunscreen, which comes in 5 different colors. Easy to install by unfolding and placing over your windshield, securing it down with the sun visors. And just as easy as to remove and stow. Now, for more information on the SeatSavers, Dashmat, UVS 100, and all their vehicle protection products, go to Covercraft.com. Finally, I looked down at the floor and saw this nasty mess. I quickly yanked the old floor mats and replaced them with these new ones from WeatherTech. These all-weather floor mats have deeply sculpted channels to trap water, sand, mud, and are made from an advanced rubber-like TPE compound that are engineered to prevent curling and cracking in sub-zero weather. They come in black, tan, or gray and are available for most cars, trucks, and SUVs. Visit WeatherTech.com for more information on all their products. This past October, we once again towed a Motorz project vehicle to the SEMA Show in Vegas, but this time we had an incredible Ram 2500 Cummins diesel engine to tow our 2014 Jeep Wrangler Motorz project vehicle. It acted as if the nearly 10,000-pound payload behind it wasn't even there. It was absolutely incredible. Now, after safely arriving in Las Vegas, we drove our completely refreshed Jeep into the Las Vegas Convention Center and parked it at the Superwinch booth for a week. The big news for Superwinch at the SEMA Show was their new EXP Series winch. It features a futuristic look, faster line speeds, lower amp draw, and so much more. We had an early prototype on our Jeep with a light bar attachment, and it looked incredible. Now, did you also happen to notice that our stock red Jeep was blue? A huge thanks to Troy Downey at Ape Wraps and Cryptech Vinyl, powered by CMYK Graphics, for making this happen. This is a one-of-a-kind wrap that you will find nowhere else. JW Speaker provided new headlights and tails, Skyjacker with their new adjustable Kurt LeDuc series coilovers, new fenders from MCE Fenders, STT Pro tires from Cooper Tire, wheels from Hostile Wheels, and a new Truck Top Pro from Best Top. There are so many sponsors to this year's Motorz Jeep, and we thank them all, especially Superwinch for hosting us at their booth. Visit our website to see the complete list. After parking our Jeep at the Superwinch booth, there was only one thing left to do. Figure out a way to walk the entire Las Vegas Convention Center to see everything that the SEMA Show had to offer. I've been going for 16 years in a row now, and even though the show is open for only 4 days, it is impossible to walk every single hall and aisle to see everything the show has to offer. It's simply overwhelming, and I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get there, and wish it would never end once I am there. Here are just a few of the things that I saw. Now, even though it's closed to the public, it should be on every car guy's bucket list to attend this spectacular annual event. The SEMA Show has everything to offer the car nut, from aftermarket products, the most elaborate and detailed vehicles that the world has to offer, the latest vehicles from all the OEMs, Craftsman tools of course, and yes, even racing. Speaking of which, let's head outside. I know a guy who likes to drift and is shredding up the asphalt in the parking lot right now. How about I ride shotgun and go for a joyride with Vaughn Gittin Jr.? Yes, let's!
Here we go.
My iPhone flying in the air was thanks to the jump. Nobody was actually harmed in the making of this video, and I'd like to thank my producer Brian for being the ultimate backseat camera guy and getting that awesome view. After riding shotgun with Vaughn, I met up with him at his booth for an interview. Hey guys, I'm here with Vaughn Gittin Jr., the man. Dude, thanks for the ride and drive. Tell me about the truck we were just in. What was modified to that?
So that is the Ultimate Fun Haver.
Right.
I built that to have as most fun as possible. It's built to drift and jump, and obviously share it with friends. It's got 4 additional Carhartt Racing seats in it. That actual F-150 is a 3.5 liter EcoBoost.
Okay.
It has the RTR high pressure fuel pump on it. It has upgraded turbos and intercooler from a company called Full Race. It was built at WeatherTech in Southern California. It actually rides on air, so it has airbags over king shocks, about 12 inches of travel all the way around. It's got a Curry rear end. Right. We've done a little bit of reinforcement here and there, all custom suspension geometry in the front and the rear. And for me, like I said, it was just, I'm a professional fun haver, and of course, a professional fun haver needs to have the Ultimate Fun Haver as his weapon of choice. So, one of my favorite vehicles in the fun fleet.
Right on. Well, it did well over that jump with the air ride suspension that you've got on there. I mean, I was up in the front, a little bit of bump. I know the guys on the back hit a little bit harder, but that's pretty nice.
The takeoff on this ramp has been an issue. The takeoff's actually worse than the landing. So they're actually over there working on it right now, trying to make it a bit better for us. But yeah, man, it's just a blast. I beat that thing up so hard, and it just takes it. So proving out built Ford tough and what that means,
So you got the Mustang and the Focus RS, and of course your truck that we were just in. Oh, you got an off-road vehicle too. What's your favorite to drive around this course?
Oh man, well, drifting is my passion. I love it. So you have Matt Powers out there in the Mustang RTR Spec 2.
Yep.
And I'm chasing him down in this. Right. So when we're on the track, that's the most fun to me. But solo driving right now, it's got to be my Bronco. We just built that, and it's so new to me, so I'm still learning it. So that challenge is there, and actually built the, you mentioned the Focus RS for SEMA, so they're all fun. Asking which one's better is like, which water is better to drink.
I could tell as soon as you got in that in your Bronco and went out doing donuts right off the bat, I could tell that was your favorite. So I was expecting you to say that.
Yeah, I'm having a blast in that thing.
So tell me about your relationship with HPI Racing. That's kind of how we got hooked up with you, is through the RCs, which we've got some of the Mustangs. And tell me how that started. Did they contact you, or how that happened?
Sure. Yeah. No, I've always been an RC fan since I was a kid, and HPI just does a really good job with the product. So we just had some mutual introductions, and we're just how business happens, just chatting, and next thing you know, I have a RC product out a few years ago, and the relationship's just grown, and they have some amazing products, and I think we have 5 or 6 replicas out. And they just, they're just fun, and I'm all about surrounding myself with fun, getting fun products out on the market, because everybody needs a smile, so that's what it's about.
So tell me a little bit about the business RTR, what you're doing with Monster and those guys.
Sure. Yeah. RTR is we sell turnkey cars in Ford dealerships all over the world, and you can check it out, MustangRTR.com. But basically, kind of my vision of a new generation of Mustang. Something that, I've taken inspiration from everything that I love in car culture, kind of tastefully meshed it together in what I call a modern aggressive styling. And we've enhanced performance a bit. And overall, use a Ford performance calibration to give you some more seat of the pants feel. Right. And you can add a supercharger as well.
Well, thanks for your time. Where can people go to find more information? Your website is?
Yeah, check me out at VaughngIttin.com or Facebook, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Instagram, Twitter, same thing. So thank you all for the love. Appreciate you coming out, man.
One more thing now, since we got hooked up through HPI Racing, I brought a couple of bodies for you to sign. We're going to put one of them in the Motorz studio, so it's on the set. Of course, with the vehicle underneath it. We just brought the body out. So
sure.
Will you hook us up with some signatures next?
Yeah, man, no worries.
If it's your car, why not make it your interior? Transform the look, feel, and quality of your interior with CatSkin Leather, the world leader in custom automotive interiors. Visit catskin.com today to find out how easy and affordable it is to get a CatSkin premium leather interior for your vehicle. CatSkin. Express, transform, drive.
I sent Alan out to the Big Apple to cover the worldwide unveiling of the new Dodge Demon at the New York International Auto Show. So who have you got out there, Alan?
I've got Tim Kaniskis with me, the president of Dodge, Fiat, Chrysler, and SRT. He's the head of passenger cars for FCA. Tim's a good guy. He's a friend of mine. He's a guy that has hacked the corporate system. And I'll say it like that because, Tim, you have done something that they say couldn't be done. Wow. And you showed the world the demon behind us, which has been news all over the place. I mean, here's a car that pops a wheelie. Here's a car that has 840 horsepower. In a time when everybody's zigging, you zagged.
Well, you're giving me way too much credit, as usual. I mean, we have a core group of guys inside the company, our SRT group, and this is what they exist for. They exist to make crazy cars like this. But one of the biggest challenges with a car like this is secrecy. Keeping the car under wraps, because the fans are so passionate about this stuff. They're looking for leaks, tidbits everywhere. You know, we've been working on this car for 2 years. If you think about the timeline on that, 2 years ago, we were in the absolute peak of the Hellcat. Cars were selling like crazy. People were waiting a year to get the car, and we were working on this one. So we were very worried that this would leak out way before we could bring the car to market. So we actually went through our whole corporate governance process to get the car approved, and didn't really approve everything that we just launched. We approved actually a little bit less than that, and our plan from day one was to way overachieve those parameters. But we wanted to do it privately, in quiet, with a core group of guys, and we kept it quiet for 2 years.
You know, guys on the inside of corporate America that have this kind of courage, that are entrepreneurs on the inside, are what make the difference in corporate America, and corporate no matter where you are in this world. How did you decide inside of yourself to take this leap? I mean, this is an entrepreneurial move that you made. I mean, you hacked this whole system called corporate America, and you have maybe even, broken a few rules.
But we never break any rules, Alan. But I will tell you this, our core team, our group of people, we have a strong belief. And the belief, we talk about it being the last tenth. And it has nothing to do with tenth of a second in a quarter mile or anything like that. It's that last tenth of effort, that last tenth of push to go beyond what you're supposed to do to something that actually is going to make history. General market doesn't know what a quarter mile time is or horsepower, but when you say it's the fastest car ever, it's the most powerful V8 ever, and Guinness Book of World Records says it's the only car that's ever done a wheelie, now it makes sense. And that's what that last tenth is.
So, along the path of your life, you have, I have to imagine, decided you're going to take the road less traveled. Is that true?
Well, I have a passion for this business. This is all I've ever done. Only been in the car business, only ever want to be in the car business. So to me, the old cliche about you never work if you're doing something you love, I mean, I live that every day. I love what I do. I love launching a car like this. I love having the opportunity to share this with passionate fans.
E3 Diamond Fire spark plugs are the most powerful spark plugs you can buy. They deliver a more complete fuel burn, more power, better economy, and reduced emissions. E3 Diamond Fire spark plugs at auto parts and lawn and garden stores everywhere.
Letters, brought to you by E3 Spark Plugs, born to burn.
Hey guys, welcome to Letters. Now, did you know that all past episodes, that's 7 seasons worth, are available online? These are the full episodes like you're watching right now. Head on over to our Motorz TV channel on YouTube to watch them all. Plus, there's a lot of bonus content there as well. Our YouTube channel name is Motorz TV, and please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Oh, and this awesome Mopar shirt that I'm wearing? Thanks, Summit Racing. Click this link right down below to see this shirt and many more. Now, Jeff wrote in and said, "Hi Chris, I have a question about the lift on the 2000 Ranger you're working on. How much lift is on it? Is it just a torsion bar crank, new keys, or a body lift? I'm working on a similar truck at my shop and any info would be helpful." Well, hey Jeff, it's been a while since I bought that Ranger, but I'm pretty sure the previous owner mentioned he just cranked the torsion bars. There's definitely no body lift. It's the stock 4x4 height from the factory, cranked up a bit. Now, Thomas Nelson writes, I've just graduated from college and am restoring a 1951 Dodge M37 that I got from a local volunteer fire department, and I'm working to turn it into the ultimate expedition vehicle. I'm looking into ways to make this an economical vehicle, and since EFI is a question on a lot of our minds, could you ever do an EFI conversion episode for an older engine? Well, Thomas, that is a great question, and that's a great truck that you've got there. I'm always looking for ideas that will help our viewers. The aftermarket offers many types of EFI conversion packages that make it easy to go from carburetor to EFI. I'll be looking into this idea and I'll keep you posted. Stay tuned. Now, Brad asked me, I plan to replace the mechanical fuel pump in my carbureted vehicle with an electric fuel pump. There are two hoses coming out of the switch body. I think the smaller hose is for evaporative emissions. Do you think ignoring the smaller hose would be okay? Well, Brad, I suggest you get all the components necessary to get your emissions working in the interest of safety and the environment. Mechanical fuel pumps are also less trouble, so you might want to rethink installing an electric one. Now, Rich Thompson wrote in and said, I have a 2009 Tacoma 2.7 liter and I installed a cold air intake and a MagnaFlow catback performance muffler on it. Do I need to retune my computer system to get any of the benefit? And if so, how? Well, Rich, generally speaking, the only time that you need to retune your computer is if you make some drastic performance improvements to your vehicle, such as a supercharger, turbo, nitrous, etc. Cold air intake kits and catback exhaust mods do help, but are minor in the grand scheme of things when it comes to power adders. My best suggestion is this. Find out from the manufacturer. If there's no mention of needing a new tune, don't bother with it. Just bolt on your parts and enjoy. Well, a huge thanks to Thomas, Brad, Jeff, and Rich for sending in your letters to the show. They all get free E3 spark plugs for their ride. Now, how do you get your letter answered? Just head on over to our website at motorz.tv and click the contact button at the top of the page. And to learn more about E3's Diamond Fire technology or to see if they're available for your ride, visit e3sparkplugs.com. Wow, now talk about a night and day difference on this Ranger. I really love showing you guys what you could do with some bolt-on aftermarket products, maybe a little rattle can paint, and some spare time. You'll end up with a one-of-a-kind vehicle that you'll be proud of and enjoy driving. So what's going to be our next project vehicle here on Motorz? Well, that's up to you. Head on over to our website and let us know. And while you're there, you can check out all the products and the tools that we use to build this Ranger. I'll catch you next time on Motorz. Oh, cracking the dash. And a nasty center console fixed, thanks to Covercraft. Or which, as you can see, has been neglected. Mail time, mail time, mail time, mail time. Oh, and this awesome Mopar shirt that I'm wearing? Thanks.